Principle 1. Master self-control. Self-control is the foundation of respect. In a world where people often react impulsively, whether in anger, frustration, or fear, those who can remain calm and composed stand out. The Stoics taught that while we cannot control the external events of life, we always have control over how we respond to them. This inner mastery is what earns respect from others, as it reflects strength, wisdom, and discipline. Epictetus, a renowned Stoic philosopher, emphasized this principle when he said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Whether you're dealing with criticism, unexpected setbacks, or even personal conflict, your ability to maintain control over your emotions demonstrates a level of maturity that others admire. For instance, imagine a situation where you're unfairly criticized in a meeting. The natural reaction might be to lash out defensively or argue your point aggressively. But a Stoic approach would be to pause, take a deep breath, and calmly address the criticism. This pause not only prevents you from acting impulsively, but also shifts the power dynamic. Your composure in the face of negativity shows strength, which naturally commands respect from others in the room. How to practice self-control. 1. Pause before reacting. When emotions are high, give yourself a moment to process the situation. Count to 5, take a deep breath, or excuse yourself momentarily to regain composure. 2. Reframe challenges. Instead of seeing obstacles as threats, view them as opportunities to grow. For example, criticism can be reframed as constructive feedback. 3. Visualize possible outcomes. A Stoic exercise called premeditatio malorum involves imagining potential challenges before they happen. By mentally preparing for the worst-case scenario, you can respond more calmly when faced with adversity. People respect those who remain steady in the storm. When others see that you can manage your emotions and think rationally under pressure, they're naturally drawn to you as a person of strength and stability. As you practice self-control, you'll find not only that you earn respect from others, but also that you gain a deeper sense of respect for yourself. Principle 2. Speak less, listen more. In a world dominated by noise, the ability to listen is a rare and powerful skill that earns immense respect. The Stoics believed that silence is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom. By speaking less and listening more, you show others that you value their thoughts and perspectives, which fosters trust and admiration. The Stoic philosopher Zeno of Citium encapsulated this principle beautifully when he said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This statement underscores the importance of thoughtful communication, where listening is prioritized over talking. People feel respected when they're heard, and in turn, they are more likely to respect you. Consider a situation where you're in a heated discussion. Many people rush to dominate the conversation, interrupting or formulating their response before the other person has finished speaking. This approach often leads to misunderstandings and conflict. A Stoic approach, however, would be to actively listen, allowing the other person to express themselves fully before responding. This doesn't mean agreeing with everything they say, but it shows that you respect their perspective enough to give it your full attention. How to practice speaking less and listening more. 1. Engage in active listening. This means giving your undivided attention to the speaker. Maintain eye contact, nod occasionally to show you're following, and avoid interrupting. 2. Ask thoughtful questions. Instead of jumping in with your own opinions, ask clarifying or reflective questions. For example, What do you think could improve this situation? This not only deepens the conversation, but also shows genuine interest. 3. Practice silence. In moments of silence, resist the urge to fill the void. Silence can be a powerful tool to encourage others to share more or to give space for reflection. Listening is an act of humility and self-control, key Stoic virtues. It allows you to learn, understand, and connect on a deeper level. When people see that you're more interested in understanding them than in dominating the conversation, they instinctively respect you. Over time, this habit will strengthen your relationships and enhance your reputation as someone who values wisdom and empathy. Principle 3. Show integrity. Always integrity is one of the most admired and respected qualities a person can possess. To the Stoics, integrity meant living in alignment with one's values, regardless of external circumstances. It's about being honest, consistent, and reliable, traits that naturally command respect from others. When you consistently act with integrity, people learn that they can trust you, and trust is the foundation of respect. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, famously advised, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." This simple yet profound principle reminds us to align our actions and words with what we know to be morally right. Acting with integrity often requires courage, especially when it's inconvenient or goes against the crowd. But it's in these moments that true respect is earned. Imagine a scenario where you're tempted to take a shortcut at work, perhaps fudging a report or exaggerating your contributions to gain recognition. While this might bring temporary praise, it undermines your integrity and damages your reputation in the long run. On the other hand, choosing to be honest, even if it means facing short-term challenges, earns you the respect of your peers and superiors for being someone who upholds ethical standards. How to practice integrity. 1. Keep your promises. Whether it's a small commitment like showing up on time or a larger one like delivering on a project, following through on your word builds trust. 2. Align actions with values. Take time to reflect on your core values. Write them down and evaluate your decisions regularly to ensure they're consistent with those principles. 3. Principle 4. Help without expecting anything in return. True respect often comes from acts of selflessness, helping others without expecting a reward or recognition. The Stoics believed that kindness should be an intrinsic part of life, not a tool for gaining something in return. By offering genuine help, you show strength of character and create goodwill, which naturally inspires admiration and respect. Seneca, one of the most prominent Stoic philosophers, said, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." This highlights the idea that helping others is not about grand gestures, but about small, consistent acts of generosity. Whether it's giving your time, sharing your knowledge, or simply being a source of encouragement, these acts of kindness can have a profound impact. Think of someone you admire for their selflessness. Perhaps it's a mentor who goes out of their way to support you, or a colleague who steps up to help when you're overwhelmed. These individuals earn respect not by demanding it, but by their willingness to serve others. Similarly, when you make helping others a priority, people will see you as dependable, compassionate, and worthy of admiration. How to practice helping selflessly. 1. Offer help proactively. Look for opportunities to assist others, even when they don't ask for it. For instance, if a coworker is struggling with a task, offer your expertise or time to support them. 2. Avoid seeking recognition. When you help, do so quietly. Resist the temptation to broadcast your good deeds. This shows humility, a key Stoic virtue. 3. 3. Practice daily acts of kindness. Make it a habit to do something kind every day, no matter how small, like holding the door, complimenting someone, or listening to a friend in need. Helping without expecting anything in return not only strengthens your relationships, but also reinforces your sense of purpose. People respect those who give freely because it reflects a selfless, virtuous character. As the Stoics believed, the act of helping others is its own reward, bringing fulfillment and a deeper connection to humanity. Over time, this genuine generosity will make you a person others admire and look up to. Principle 5. Embrace adversity with grace. The way you handle adversity reveals your true character. Life is full of challenges, setbacks, and disappointments, and how you respond to them determines whether people respect you. Stoics believed that adversity is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced. By facing difficulties with resilience, patience, and grace, you not only grow stronger, but also inspire admiration from those around you. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This means that every obstacle you face is an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. When you approach challenges with this mindset, you show strength, composure, and wisdom, all qualities that earn respect. Imagine two people facing the same setback. One person reacts with frustration and self-pity, blaming others or giving up entirely. The other person remains calm, analyzes the situation, and works to find a solution. It's the second person, the one who faces adversity head-on with a positive attitude, who gains respect. People admire those who can turn hardship into an opportunity for growth. How to embrace adversity gracefully. 1. Reframe challenges as opportunities. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" For example, if you lose a job, use the opportunity to reassess your career goals and grow professionally. 2. Stay composed under pressure. Practice techniques like deep breathing or mindfulness to keep your emotions in check during stressful situations. Remaining calm in the face of adversity shows mental fortitude. 3. Learn from failure. Accept that failure is part of life. Reflect on what went wrong and use it as a stepping stone for future success. A Stoic sees failure not as the end, but as a necessary step toward improvement. When you face adversity with courage and grace, you set an example for others. Your ability to remain composed under pressure and to find meaning in hardship reflects emotional strength and wisdom, two qualities that naturally inspire respect. As the Stoics teach, life's challenges are not there to break you, but to shape you. By embracing them, you become not only a person others respect, but also someone who deeply respects themselves. Principle 6. Lead by example. True respect is earned not through words, but through actions. The Stoics believed in living according to their principles and letting their behavior reflect their values. To earn respect, you must be the kind of person others aspire to emulate, not by demanding it, but by demonstrating it through consistent actions. When you lead by example, you inspire trust, admiration, and a sense of accountability in those around you. Epictetus wisely said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." This means that instead of preaching your beliefs or telling others how to act, you should focus on living in a way that naturally shows your values. For instance, if you value honesty, always be truthful. If you believe in hard work, let your dedication and discipline speak for itself. People respect those who practice what they preach. Consider a workplace scenario where a leader asks their team to work late to meet a deadline, but leaves early themselves. Contrast that with a leader who stays late, works alongside their team, and supports them every step of the way. The second leader earns respect because they lead by example, showing they are willing to do the same things they ask of others. How to lead by example. 1. Practice what you preach. Align your actions with your values. If you value kindness, treat everyone with respect. If you value perseverance, show resilience in challenging times. 2. Be consistent. People respect those who are reliable and consistent in their actions. Avoid acting one way in private and another in public. 3. Hold yourself accountable. Acknowledge your mistakes and take responsibility for them. This demonstrates humility and integrity, both of which inspire respect. Leading by example doesn't require a title or authority. It's about showing through your daily actions that you embody the principles you value. When people see that you hold yourself to a high standard, they will naturally respect you. Moreover, your behavior will influence others to rise to the same level, creating a positive ripple effect in your relationships and community. By living as the best version of yourself, you not only earn respect, but also create a legacy of inspiration. Principle 7. Stay humble and avoid arrogance. Humility is a quiet strength that earns deep and lasting respect. In Stoic philosophy, humility is essential because it reminds us that we are always learning, growing, and interconnected with others. Arrogance, on the other hand, alienates people and diminishes respect. When you stay humble, you demonstrate self-awareness and a willingness to grow, qualities that others admire. Marcus Aurelius, one of history's most powerful leaders, constantly reminded himself of his mortality and human limitations. He wrote, "Do not think yourself better than others. You are not perfect, and neither are they." This perspective helps us remain grounded and prevents the ego from clouding our judgment. Humility, as the Stoics saw it, is a form of wisdom. It shows that you understand your strengths and weaknesses without overestimating yourself. Imagine a skilled professional who achieves great success. If they use their achievements to belittle others or boast excessively, people may feel intimidated or resentful rather than inspired. In contrast, someone who remains approachable, credits their team, and shares their knowledge freely earns genuine admiration. People respect humility because it reflects confidence without the need for validation. How to stay humble and avoid arrogance. 1. Acknowledge your flaws. Recognize that you are not infallible. When you make mistakes, admit them openly and use them as opportunities to learn. 2. Appreciate others' contributions. Celebrate the successes of others without comparing or feeling threatened. Show gratitude for their support or collaboration. 3. Focus on growth over status. Instead of seeking praise or recognition, focus on self-improvement. Ask yourself, how can I be better tomorrow than I am today? Humility does not mean downplaying your abilities or avoiding confidence. It means understanding that your worth doesn't depend on proving yourself superior to others. When you remain humble, people feel valued and respected in your presence, which in turn earns their respect. As the Stoics believed, humility is a strength, not a weakness. It allows you to connect with others on a deeper level while maintaining the integrity of your character. Principle 8. Be reliable and keep your word. Reliability is one of the cornerstones of earning respect. When people know they can count on you to follow through on your promises, it builds trust and admiration. The Stoics valued consistency and dependability, viewing a person's word as a reflection of their character. To earn respect, you must honor your commitments, no matter how small or significant they may seem. Epictetus emphasized this when he said, "First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This teaches us that reliability starts with clear intentions and is demonstrated through consistent actions. When you do what you say you will do, you show integrity, self-discipline, and respect for others' time and expectations. Consider how frustrating it is when someone breaks a promise or fails to meet a deadline. It undermines trust and weakens relationships. On the other hand, imagine a colleague or friend who always delivers on their promises, no matter the circumstances. Such people earn respect because they're dependable and demonstrate that they value the commitments they make. How to be reliable and keep your word. 1. Think before committing. Don't agree to something unless you're sure you can follow through. It's better to underpromise and overdeliver than to disappoint others. 2. Set priorities. Ensure that your actions align with your most important commitments. Avoid taking on too much and spreading yourself too thin. 3. Communicate transparently. If unforeseen circumstances arise, let others know in advance and take responsibility. This shows respect for their time and trust in your honesty. When you become someone others can rely on, you create a reputation for trustworthiness. People respect those who honor their word because it reflects accountability and consistency, key Stoic virtues. Over time, being reliable will strengthen your personal and professional relationships, while also reinforcing your own sense of self-respect. The Stoics teach us that the simple act of keeping your word is not just a duty, it's a pathway to earning lasting respect. Principle 9. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful Stoic practice that not only enriches your own life, but also earns the respect of others. The Stoics believed that appreciating what you have fosters contentment and humility, making you a person others admire. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." Expressing gratitude regularly, whether for opportunities, relationships, or even challenges, shows that you value life's blessings. For instance, thanking someone for their help, acknowledging a team's efforts, or showing appreciation for small acts can create positive energy in your interactions. People respect those who radiate gratitude because it reflects self-awareness and emotional maturity. By focusing on what you have rather than what you lack, you inspire others to adopt a similar mindset, making you a role model of positivity and grace. Principle 10. Control your emotions. Maintaining emotional control is a hallmark of respect and strength in Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed that emotions like anger, frustration, or envy, when left unchecked, can cloud judgment and damage relationships. Epictetus taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By staying calm and composed, especially in stressful or challenging situations, you demonstrate self-discipline and maturity. For example, when faced with criticism, respond thoughtfully instead of lashing out. This shows emotional intelligence and earns admiration from others. People respect those who can keep their emotions in check because it reflects resilience and wisdom. Practicing this Stoic principle not only strengthens your relationships, but also enhances your personal growth and inner peace.